Pop it to start.
All hail Lambhead, protector of the realm. All hail Lambhead. Lambhead, Lambhead, Lambhead. All hail Lambhead. Bad, bad, bad. All hail Lambhead. Lambhead, Lambhead, Lambhead. All hail 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 Lambhead.
What's up, Lambheads? I'm Jason Ward from MakingStarWars.net. And right here, we still got the Spreezy Rob. Hey, Rob.
Well, he said he wanted to be on the show, and then he doesn't come on the show. It's
he
really
got scared. He got scared.
He literally it's crazy. Chris is fun, man. He types in the comments, "Tag me in." I want to be in the show, and it's like, all right, you're in. And he's like, I want to be on the show.
Nah, you know what? It wasn't that good. The trailer wasn't that good for me.
Wasn't that good? You guys are nuts, dude. You guys are spoiled. You're spoiled. My normal friends texted me last night, right? Like, and I mean, when I mean normal, like chemists, you know what I mean? Guys that run security for casinos, like normal people,
Are you sure
And
they're not cooking drugs? Chemists?
I made that joke 20 years ago. He's over that.
Sure though?
But man, they were all excited. They didn't even know a new Mando was coming out. Like they had no clue.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing to take away, folks. Like average folks don't fucking know anything about this stuff until it's right in their face.
This is true.
It's true.
So check out what Baymax did. If it will share it. Is it sharing? There it goes. There's a whole line of Lambhead action figures. Try and sue us, Hasbro. We'll go toe to toe with you on this. We'll take it down. We'll take it to the Superior Court if we have to. The Superior Court. Anyways, but it's pretty badass.
I want a ship that shapes like his head called the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon. Yeah. And it's just the head as a ship, right?
When I look at this picture and they both like have their ears like cocked like the same way, it kind of like looks like they're both like side glancing you almost, Like,
well, there's only so many molds in the box of Tinker Toys or whatever you got that from. So
What are you talking about, dude? This is a lost vintage Star Wars sculpt that was done with the utmost love and care, and I won't have you disparaging it in front of Baymax. I mean,
well, speaking of lost vintage Star Wars, remember when I told you the time I got that Luke in the black robe figure for Return of the Jedi, right?
Oh yeah,
excited. It was my favorite toy, right? I just thought it looked so cool. He's all in black. He's got a green saber.
Yeah.
And my mom told me not to take it into the store because I'll lose it.
Mm-hmm.
I took him in the store. I lost it.
That was a mistake.
Never got another one back.
that happened to me with my very first Yoda. We couldn't find Yoda forever. It was like the hardest figure to find for us for some reason. Finally got it, and I remember there was like a planter, and these kids filled it up with water, and I think they just stole it from me. I'm like 3 or 4, and they pretended that it fell in the water, or it did fall in the water, and then we couldn't find it. So it was a day of sadness. But when it came to that Luke Jedi figure that you're talking about, today I was telling Meg, I like bought R5D4 a few times as a kid, and R2D2 and Boba Fett, and also Luke, because that first Luke, when he first came out, had a blue lightsaber. Then they changed it to green.
Right.
They gave him a snap cloak.
Yeah, I had the snap cloak.
And all of those things were like, so I had like the first blue one, and then the movie comes out and the saber's green, and we're just like, what the fuck, And then so I needed to get like the green lightsaber. So I actually had a few of those ones too. But there's old Lambhead. Baymax has him in the collection. It's It's official in the Baymax collection.
We need a Force Ghost blue lamb head to match the show, though, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. You could just take that into Photoshop and just luminescent
I
it or whatever.
could, or he could get busy.
Or
No.
Baymax says most of these kids don't understand our Star Wars men are called Walrus Man, Squidhead, and Pruneface. Before there was a story group to give them names. It's true.
Well, that's still what they're called for me. I'm not calling it's Elex Blorgo. Like, no, it's not Elex Blorgo. It's
I will accept Scissor Punch though. Scissor Punch, I will accept.
Handgrin's Donkey Punch. Handgrin's Donkey. Thanks, Filoni.
Lamb Solo, and Lambdo Calrissian.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, George.
You know the original name for Grogu was Prince.
What?
Prince Money.
You said it, George. You said it.
He's got jokes today.
I was telling Meg today. I was like, with R5D4, because he is like both lame and rad at the same time, and when you go like that far, they got to play into what he does in A New Hope. Like, I think he should have a motivation problem. And I think he should be highly motivated to help and then literally depressed and unable to move and help. I think they should give him like a quirk. I think they should just lean into it, make it silly.
I also think we should do a thing where we should take the characters from a show when it's out or something and then give them a face name if they were like in 1983. Like, they're all something face, right? Like, something like Paley Moto would be Mom Face, right? Right. Yeah, because she looks like all her moms from the 80s.
Lady Domestica.
Yeah. No, something face. They gotta stick with
so something face. Okay. Or head.
Face. Yeah.
Yeah. She would be Hairhead. Hairhead.
Hairhead's good. It's close.
Hairhead.
I'll accept it. Mom face and Hairhead. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Pedro would be like no. I always want to go too grand.
No face.
I know. I was gonna go mustachio. I was gonna go the mustachio faced Mando, but I'm like, I'm getting crazy. I'm getting crazy and stupid. So yeah, Ponda Baba will always be bum face. Yeah, Zuckus got the name from Tuckus because it looks like an asshole. And there's a couple of others. Yeah, Prune Face. I remember like when I got Prune Faces as a kid, I doubted if it was like real. Like, I started to think maybe, I don't know where I even got the idea of a bootleg, but I started to think Prune Face was a bootleg. Because I didn't remember seeing him in the movie and looked for him in the movie, couldn't really find him, on the shitty TV on a 4x3 or whatever, pan and scan copy. So I was just like, this has to be fake.
And now he's all over Freetown.
Now he's all. Actually, you know what? They haven't brought his ass back. Like, he's like one of the few aliens that was like made in the Return of the Jedi era that they don't just like use over and over and over again. Like Nicktoons and Weequays and shit like that. Shit's all over the place. Barada, all over.
The one I want to see them actually accomplish that they never were able to do was the lava dude from Jedi that was cut.
Oh, that was the Light Man.
The Light Man. Yeah.
Light Man. Yeah. That looks like shit.
Yeah, it looked like shit. But I want to see them actually make it real. Like realize it. Yeah.
Today it would be completely possible, but they'll just bring Nicktoons back over and over again and over and over and over again. Today we'll use Bespin Bulletin for our article. And because we're using Bespin Bulletin, I stole this little collage that he did for the featured image at the last minute. Today, I was just like, the day after the Mando. That's what the episode was called at first. And then I was like, well, we have directors to talk about winning into this yesterday. So I was like, well, we'll just call the episode that now. And so I didn't have time. So I stole it from him. So, Bespin has a problem with it. He fucking take it up with me. He has my phone number. He knows where I'm at.
He's got my number.
He's got my number. He knows where I'm at. All right. So directors of the
1-800 bitch town. Sorry.
Bitch town. Bitchtown. That was the original name of Freetown in the second season of Mando. Announced includes Lee Isaac Chung, Rachel Morrison, Peter Ramsey, and more. Oh, what? There's more. Bespin's calling. Oh shit. Oh man. Wait, I lost him. I had him and then I lost him. Wait.
It's like the bat phone for the Welsh, like
yeah. Wait, I think maybe he rethought. I think he rethought this whole thing. You know what I'll do? Wait.
Maybe he's being pursued by security guys out in Sherwood Forest right now. He's like, Jason, I got the photos.
I'm not joking. It's just the fucking sheriff of Nottingham.
They've cut off all access.
All right.
Send the drones. I can attach the camera to the drones. Send the drones.
If he changes his mind, he has the link. But hey, I sent you a link. You could hop on and yell if you ever want to. So all right, so BespinBulletin.com. So you can buy that guy a coffee, but I don't know why you would. But you can. And if you read his site every day like I do, you should. Because you should support your favorite content creators, and he's one of the better ones out there in the whole world. So tips, and then look what he says. Tips are quite rare around these parts, but I assure you, no matter how big or small, each tip is deeply appreciated. I don't think that's his accent at all, but there we go.
Yeah, so my advice would be is somehow like colorize tips are required. Focus that so people go right to it.
Yeah.
Then they can hunt for the info.
Or how about put up your fucking hands? This is a stick up. Try that one too. What if we just started his articles like that? It'd be like, put up your fucking hands. This is a stick up. Earlier today, Disney and Lucasfilm debuted the eagerly awaited trailer for The Mandalorian Season 3, which premiered during Monday Night Football on ESPN. He probably thinks it's soccer. He doesn't know the difference. And impacted online.
Where's Manchester United?
Yeah.
Where's, like, I don't know. Where's Frankfurt?
Hey, is this the Arsenal? I don't know. Disney quickly followed with a press release for the series in which they revealed the director's list for the highly anticipated third season, which includes directors from past Mando seasons, as well as some fresh baby faces. All right, I had a baby. He didn't say that. Returning directors from the past seasons of The Mandalorian include Rick Famuyiwa, and he thinks that's dope. If you're asking about Bespin Bulletin, he's like, yeah, that's dope.
Clever. And
then Carl Weathers, who he calls Sheena. I don't know why, but he calls Carl Weathers Sheena. And then Bryce Dallas Howard, The Book of Boba Fett. Is that what? You're trying to say she sucks? Because that's not really very cool. I think she's pretty talented director.
Come on, man.
Really mean. I know, right?
Let's be honest, though, but that was the best episode. So
sure, that's true. It was the best episode.
So okay,
but
fair enough.
So Bryce
Dallas Kenobi. It's like, hold on. Imagine if he put down Deborah Chow Kenobi. You're like, that's unfair.
Yeah.
This Mandalorian. Just leave the Kenobi. Just put that on.
No. Yeah. Bryce Dallas Howard, you could put either for her. Okay, I would live with that. Deborah Chow, she does not get to be defined by the good episode of The Mandalorian that she did. She did 6 episodes of Kenobi, and it was fucking inconsistent.
Fair enough.
She gets Kenobi. She gets Kenobi.
You got me.
By the way, on Santa's show today, I looked up, like, we were talking about like what the trailer already had for the Mando. It already had like 3 million views, which is pretty good for like first 24 hours, not even the first 24 hours, like the first 12 hours. And but then I went and looked up like what the Kenobi trailer had, and fuck, that trailer ended up with like 18 million.
Yeah.
For one of the TV
people
shows.
Love mediocrity. That's how we end up with our politicians.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
That isn't true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why HBO is turning into laid back TV, because
that's why the Xbox One still sold.
What? Xbox One was good. You're fucking high.
That's what I'm talking about, Jason.
You're fucking high, man. You're nuts. Yeah. That's a whole different fucking PlayStation kids. fucking dyeing your hair blue, fucking making everything plus ultra.
Fucking red ring of death, fucking hashtag deal
Oh,
with it.
that was the 360, man.
Hashtag deal with it.
Meg wasn't even born when people were getting
Fucking
red
have to
rings of
use
death.
the internet to play a video game that's offline to verify the stupid fucking
Who
game.
plays games offline? Where do you live?
Yeah.
No,
I know I am excited though. I'm excited for Peter Ramsey, the actual director of Into the Spider-Verse. Everyone seems to think like Lord Miller directed that film.
Peter Ramsey, Into the
Yeah,
Spider-Verse.
that I'm excited about actually.
That's probably probably my favorite Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, dude. I love the Marvel ones, but that fucking movie. Have you seen that shit in 3D? It's brilliant.
No, I've only seen it. I didn't see it in the theater. I didn't know it was going to be good. And
I can upload it for you.
I actually bought it. It was on sale for like really cheap on Vudu one night, like $4.99 and like 4K. It was crazy, and I was like,
nice.
Well, that's a pretty good price for a 4K movie, and then like my son might like it, so I bought it and we watched it, and I think I liked it more than he did. In the end, I really enjoyed it. I think that
3D is sick.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like you watch it on the Oculus Quest in 3D?
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch all my 3D stuff in the Oculus Quest. It's my 3D movie machine at this point.
Yeah.
And pinball.
Yeah, pinball's fun in 3D. As it true says Manchester United and Arsenal, thumbs down. Thumbs down, he says.
We got a war.
Bespin says I support Manchester United, is what he told me. So when somebody asks me, that's what I say. That's my answer. I don't know why, but I do. So, and then
I feel like if they kept making those Joel Schumacher movies, we would have eventually got Batman United. Right? Like
whenever I hear Chelsea, I just think of the Velvet Underground song Chelsea Girls, which is not related in any way at all. But that's what it reminds me of that. And then Bespin says still using batteries in their controller. Yeah.
By the way, which I totally support, batteries should be in controllers because lithium batteries that are built into your controller can explode over time. So people have controllers just sitting there. You should be using rechargeable AA's, you know what I mean? Because one, they could sit there and not fucking explode after a year.
I mean, if we're gonna have a console war here today, I gotta say, Bespin, my Xbox One controllers still work. How many PlayStation 9 controllers are you on? No, he plays a lot of PlayStation. He's gone through controllers already. He's already gone through some.
Well, that's been that way since the first PlayStation. Like Sony's unfortunately always built less than stellar controller. The controllers are good, but I mean in terms of their what is that durability?
Yeah.
They're more like the durability of a Genesis controller. You know what I mean? You're like that's gonna start rattling in a year.
Yeah. He's on his third DualSense.
Bro, man, use a lighter grip. Your grip is too strong, buddy.
I think.
And he's like, I'm on my third DualSense and it hurts when I pee. Like, yeah, I know, man. Like, a little softer to the touch.
Hey, Robert, have you ever heard Robert says, "Oh man, the red ring was the worst." I like your story, Rob, about the red ring of death shirt.
Want me to tell it really quick for the newbies?
Yeah, that's great.
So I did t-shirt. I did licensed apparel for the longest time, and I was at this small t-shirt company. They paid well, and they got the Microsoft license. That was their big deal. Yeah. And this is 2007 or 6-ish, right? And so like the red ring was a big deal. And so I was just going through at the time like lead speak that was kind of new, you know, anything to get something out of this Xbox license other than a Microsoft logo, right? Like an Xbox logo shirt, because that's all they were able to sell. We want something beyond that. So I'm doing all this stuff, and they're like, don't do any of that lead speak. Only use pre-approved verbiage from the style guide. And the style guide, there's nothing in there. It's like, so the only slogan they had was only on Xbox 360. And I'm like, all right. So I took the logo, I did the red ring, right? And I put only on Xbox 360 on a black tee. and I got I got an all hands phone call meeting with Microsoft the next day where they were chewing me out, telling me this is not funny. No. And I'm like, well, maybe you make some of the money back, like,
Yeah.
And then I got another ass reaming by the owner of the company. Don't antagonize our licensors. I'm like, but they told me to only put the fucking verbiage on there. What am I supposed to do? Then just sell the fucking logo. Like, nobody wants an Xbox shirt with a bunch of trendy patterns and shit. Like, this was like my only real complaint about Rogue One when it came out was, looking at the apparel. The apparel was designed, it's straight from the style guide, whatever style guide they were given. And it's all these weird geometric patterns. So you're getting a Star Wars shirt, but you don't know you're getting a Star Wars shirt. I can just hear the fucking theory on this now that, people don't want to be wearing, it's too corny. So we need something that feels like it's not, but it is. And anytime I see that shit, I'm like, that's so fucking pretentious bullshit. People want a bumper sticker when they're a fan,
Yeah.
Like, that's it. They want a bumper. They want to wear a bumper sticker as a shirt when they're a fan. They don't want something where you're like, I guess that's Star Wars, but I don't know. Like, that shit's for like selling $300 shirts. Maybe you sell 50. When you're selling a $10 shirt, no, man, that's not how that works. Like nothing's ever changed on those rules.
So Peter Ramsey, he directed Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, but he was
we had that whole conversation 10 minutes ago. Like,
the director of Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah,
he was in the art department for Mortal Kombat and Minority Report, and and he's worked on Shrek the Halls as a storyboard artist, A Shark Tale as a storyboard artist. This guy's Panic Room storyboard artist, and then director.
Why I'm beyond Spider-Verse, why I'm excited about Peter Ramsey is I've been telling you, like, I feel animation cats are better suited to Star Wars than, I mean, that's not a rule. I'm just saying, if I had to, statistically speaking, if I had to put 3 of your up and coming directors, right, that just came out of Cannes Film Festival, from the film festival circuit, people you never heard of, and I take experienced animation dudes, I believe you're going to get better Star Wars out of the animation cats than the vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
So he was previously revealed to be directing at least one episode of the Ahsoka series. Rachel Morris. What?
I don't like people. Bespin, I hope you're being like, even if you don't like the films. Like,
what do you mean? He just said he's directing on the Ahsoka series.
Bespin says Shrek and Shark Tale, Ramsey the goat. Don't
know. No.
Bespin
likes Shrek. He's one of those fucking kids.
Okay,
who thinks Shrek is good, and you're just like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
I also think with projects like that, yeah, maybe the final film isn't like your thing, but how many times have you seen a film you don't like, but then you look at the art book, you're like, why did it look like that? It's because the people running, making the decisions, or the people who financed it wanted something, and like that. It's a whole different thing.
Right. Well, that new what's it, Puss in Boots movie?
Yeah,
is so fucking good.
Yeah,
it's
I haven't been able to watch it yet, but yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, I would say like the first 30 minutes of it is the best of it, but it's so high energy and so fucking on the whole time. I was like, this guy, I think it's a guy, I don't know, that person, they would be really well suited to try their hand at some Star Wars someday if they wanted to. Just like,
or how about this? How about some Star Wars animation that isn't fucking boring characters slowly walking around scenes and going on bum adventures for 16 episodes? Like, give me some of that energy in the animation. Give me some of that.
I'm on Rachel Morrison's website, and she did like a lot of commercial work, but like she did something called The Morning Show, A Private Person. The episode called The Private Person. American Crime Story, Stand By Your Man, The Grand Jury, Hightown, Love You Like a Sister, The Pilot, Severely Weatherbeaten, Great White, and Girl Power. So there's a couple episodes of that.
That sounds to me like someone who knows how to work with actors.
Yeah, American Crime, season 1, episode 8, season 2, episode 5. Which I know this is a weird thing to say, but if she's on season 1 and comes back for season 2, it means they were happy with the work. You know, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
But I'm not familiar with any of her work, so just maybe I'll check it out. So I always like to use these as springboards to look at things I've never looked at before. So sometimes that's nice. But she said, or he says that she did the TV series as The Morning Show, an American Crime Story. But Morrison is likely best known for being the Black Panther cinematographer, along with being the cinematographer on Rick Famuyiwa's Dope. Oh,
yeah,
so,
most DPs.
so Dope is
most
a movie
DPs,
and not your opinion. I didn't know that before. No.
Yeah, most DPs' dream is to get to be a director. So usually a lot of them start as, cinematographers or director of photographies, and then work, like try to parlay. Not always the case, but a lot of times it is the case. Like Wally Pfister. Wally Pfister took over the Tick, man.
Wally
like,
Pfister
when that hit,
DPs doing double penetration. It's a very hot field.
That Tick that's something totally unique. Like I enjoy it, but it may not be for everyone.
All right. So Femi, okay, and then Femi was Dope. And last we have Lee Isaac Chung, who directed the widely acclaimed Minari in 2020 and is set to direct Twisters, a sequel, not to the 1989 film, to the 1996 film, Twister.
By the way, Mark Mancino's score to Twister is one of my all-time favorites, probably my top 10.
Yeah.
Like I love that. And at the end it has this great guitar bit by Van Halen playing over footage of clouds and shit. It's like Eddie Van Halen. It's great. It's fantastic. I know you don't. Fuck you, but I love it. I love it.
So he's all, wouldn't it be cool if we like made a movie with tornadoes and Eruption was playing in the back?
It's good like guitar work, man. Like I have played that score for folks back in the 90s on through, and they always go, "What is that?" They never. You tell them it's Twister, they go, "I don't remember the music." But you should listen to the Twister score. It's fantastic.
I just don't want to look at Helen Hunt's stupid face.
Shame on you.
I'll listen to it instead.
The hot Leah Thompson.
No, you're fucking high again. You are. This isn't even an Xbox versus PlayStation. Leah Thompson is a princess, and Helen Hunt is a dog. Okay. Famuyiwa was announced.
I disagree.
Having been promoted to executive producer on The Mandalorian Season 3 during Star Wars Celebration last year. As series creator Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni said he'd take a more senior role in their absence as they became busy with additional projects set during the same time as The Mandalorian, including Ahsoka and Skeleton Crew.
That's code. That's code for Filoni's busy and Favreau's running Skeleton Crew.
Oh shit!
That's how I read it.
Yeah, no, I just think that they have too many actual productions going on simultaneously, so they do have to relinquish a little bit of oversight to someone who they can trust. And
Famuyiwa did the Sandcrawler episode, season 1, right, with the mud pit fight.
The one with the
Mando wise, just pure Mando. That's probably my favorite episode.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sandcrawler bit should have been on the big screen. Like that's every bit of.
Yeah,
it's way fucking good. Like
yeah. That's like Super Nintendo in live action. It's perfect.
Hey, remember the time Helen Hunt was in the Summer School movie?
That wasn't Helen Hunt.
Are you sure? I think
that's I'm fucking sure, dude. Yeah. Are you kidding me right now?
Too.
What?
No. What?
You really can't tell the difference between Courtney Thorne Smith and Helen Hunt.
No.
God, no. Damn it.
Not really.
He's blind motherfucker. All right.
Okay. These are the same guys that buy a Pokemon game every 12 months and tell me they're different.
No, okay. I haven't bought a Pokemon game my whole life.
All right, Jason. Sure. Sure. No, Have you seen this Fortnite update? It's the same as all the Fortnite updates. I don't know what.
That's where you're crazy because that map keeps changing. That map is
Sure it
always
does.
different.
Sure, which is why anyone can look at it at a random Fortnite map and tell you it's Fortnite because it's so different. Sure.
No, Fortnite has actually changed a lot though. Bespin Bulletin says he also directed the episode with Mando and Burr infiltrating the Imperial base, which was great, which I think is before Andor was probably the best piece of Star Wars television until Andor, I'd say. And
that is, yeah, but I don't consider that a pure Mando episode because it's got a bunch of cast members. Like I'm just saying, like it's just that sand crawler bit. That's just him, like
yeah.
But yeah, no, that's fantastic. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Bryce Dallas Howard, who seems to okay. And Carl Weathers confirmed he'd be both in front of and behind the camera in the summer of 2021, months before filming on the series began. In regards to returning directors, I am most excited to see the work of Bryce Dallas Howard, who seems to be going from strength to strength with each episode set in the Star Wars universe that she directs. In regards to the new additions, I'm most excited. Yeah, and by the way, there was a big improvement, but I also think she did one of the weaker episodes of the first season. But we see improvement. And that's what matters. The stuff that she directed, like with the ATST, I mean, it's up for. I know. I would be curious to see, did she even direct the ATST stuff, or was that stuff all done in previs before she came on? But most of it was costumes. The costume characters were awful in that episode.
Right, but I would say two things on that episode. One, even if that's, it looks like the concept art. So whatever you can say, like I've seen plenty of episodes directed by other people where the scenes don't look a fucking thing like the concept, and her episodes
Book of Boba Fett looks just like the concept art every minute.
Only her episode. Only her episode. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, and I would say another thing about that one episode with that village and the ATST, like it's shot on the volume with a wet set, but like the melding of all that was pretty good. Mm-hmm. Like I thought it was pretty close to like something you would see like in a Kurosawa film, like done on a budget. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to give props, like I thought all that was blended pretty well. But
like in the season 1, she directed my least favorite episode probably, but then I really did like the ATST stuff, but she got a lot better. So I think that's notable. In regards to the new additions, I'm most excited to see Lee Isaac Chung's episode as Minari. Was without question one of the best films released in 2020. I haven't seen it. I will watch it. I've been eagerly
Minari.
I've been eagerly anticipating seeing more from the director. I don't know what to expect from Rachel Morrison or Peter Ramsey. I'm familiar with Morrison's cinematography work, and the only directorial effort of hers I've seen is an episode of The Morning Show. As for Ramsey, I'm interested to see what he can bring outside of directing animated films in the series, something he does incredibly well. So, and then you could listen to the Bob podcast, and he did a episode yesterday where he looked at the Pedro Pascal TV series, The Last of Us from HBO. And so if you want to know his thoughts on that and something outside of Star Wars, kind of a nice listen, I've heard better, but not many. So yeah, it's cool though. It seems like an eclectic bunch, but it doesn't seem too outside the box or anything like that, actually. So I'm expecting it to be fine. Robert St. Clair says, back in 2004, saw Van Halen Hager, and they played the song from Twister. I wasn't familiar with it prior, but it definitely rocked. You guys.
Yeah, it's not.
You guys
it's good.
Music. You guys and your fucking Twister soundtracks.
It's fantastic. You're nuts.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out when it won't get the show demonetized. And then if it's good.
So you mean never?
Like that's... No, I will. I will. I'll go to I'll go on Spotify. I'll be like Twister soundtrack.
Yeah, the Van Halen. So I would listen to the first few tracks, and then the Van Halen bit is the last. There's like a suite that plays at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Nick says, for God's sakes, buy Bespin a damn coffee. Yeah, you should do it, Nick. What's stopping you, Nick? That expensive, fancy pink hat? How about you stop spending all your money on pink hats and you buy your buddy fucking some coffee?
Yeah, Mark Mancino was on a roll, man. He did the Con Air score and that Twister score back to back, and I was like, this guy's fucking. Then he did Armageddon, and I was like, well, that's it. But the Con Air and the Twister stuff, I hold those two.
So Armageddon was your line in the sand that he crossed?
Yeah, that was a movie I was excited for, but I saw it, and I was like, yeah, no.
You're like, I haven't heard anything this week since Dante's Peak.
It's no Con Air. I stand by Con Air.
Oh man, when I was in the bad kids school, I think I told you the story before. Our teacher put Con Air on one day. He's like, we don't have to do anything today. He put on Con Air, and when there's like a scene when all the guys are like chained to their seats in the plane, he's like, I bet some of you have been sat in a chair like that, huh? And just starts laughing to himself. I
also think that the concept of Twister, where you can get like a really so a tornado that's ripping shit up, and you got to get in there, I think there's a really cool game idea there, almost like a per level, like if you had a big open map with tornadoes, but then they went oversized, you need to like get into the tornado to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to all this shit's going around, and it could pick you up and fly around. There's a whole game idea there with the right kind of physics and execution, I think.
I want to see a lady ride a bike in a tornado. KG said she wanted to be a meteorologist when she was younger. Twister was her jam. And then Nick says, or buy some more John Cena emotes on Fork Knife. Yeah, Nick bought the John Cena and the Wu-Tang. Like me and Bespin, we're all about like getting skins, Return of the Jedi skins and shit like that, aliens and stuff. Nick just buys emotes. He's like Wu-Tang and he's happy. That's all he needs. So, but and also they make a fork and a knife pickaxe, so you could have Fork Knife. But I actually don't know how to do the John Cena emote. I don't really know what it is. Can't lie, or I would do it. KG says, why would you want to see a woman ride a bike in a Twister, Jason? Because that's what happens in Wizard of Oz when Dorothy's going to Oz and she looks out the window and she sees that fucking broad riding a bike like she's E.T., out there in the window. That makes me laugh. As the Truth says, Reddit asked if you had any more leaks on your streams. I said yes, but I'm not going to just note them down and put them on Reddit. So I got downvoted. Okay, there's something like I've never been serious about Reddit. I'll read it and stuff. When you get downvoted, is that just I don't like what you said? Is there any any loss to getting downvoted? I don't really. I see people taking it very seriously, and I'm kind of who gives a shit? Yeah, downvote it. Who gives a fuck?
You have to be the towelboy for Manchester United if you get enough downvotes, Jason. And Azure doesn't want to do that. So.
Yeah,
it's real penalties.
Yeah, but Reddit, fucking place is confused.
Although I hear in the ooks, it's not towelboy, it's towelgit. Yeah,
those are band calls. I hear pretty good.
What I hear.
Bespin says, you do the you can't see me thing. You do the you can't see me thing. I mean, I don't know. I just go, I got you. And then he says I sound like the penguin. Bespin says sometimes your comment.
He's so nice. He said you sound like versus a lot of other options. Mm-hmm. Very nice.
That's fair. All right. Well, we did the show tonight. We're going to cut it short here today because I'm going to come back tonight and do another show after me and Max watch The Bad Batch. We're going to watch The Bad Batch tonight, and maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't be. I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not expecting much, but I'm hoping for the best. That's what I'll say. But
I don't envy.
Yeah, a lot worse things I could be doing at that time. So anyways, yeah. So we'll see you guys later. Say bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Bye, it's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's not about spaceships.